Welcome to the start of our deep dive into the origins of Greek mythology. In this first episode, we journey to the very beginning, before the gods, before the titans, before everything we know and recognize in the world of Greek myth. Today, we explore the Protgoenoi, the primordial deities, the first beings who emerged from the void, and the very foundations of existence. Get ready to unravel the creation story, understand their relationships, their lore, their rise, and their eventual downfall. But before we do, if you are someone with an interest in the myths and legends of the past, don't forget to like and subscribe to follow along as I post once a week and we continue to dive into the past on our own mythic journey. Before the world as we know it, there was only chaos, a primeval void, a state of nothingness. From this formless abyss, the very first beings, the Protgoenoi, began to emerge. These weren't gods in the way we think of the Olympians. Rather, they were the fundamental forces and elements of the universe itself. The first Protgoenoi to come into being would be Gaia, the earth, the solid foundation of all things, the very ground upon which everything exists. She is often depicted as a maternal figure and the source of all life. From her would be Uranus, the sky, the vault of heaven, the dome that stretches above the earth. He is also a primordial god, representing the vast expanse of the sky. Tartarus, the underworld, the deep abyss beneath the earth, a place of darkness and imprisonment, and the opposite of the sky. This is not simply a location, but also a primal force in the universe. Eros, love, not the winged cupid we often think of today, but the fundamental force of attraction and desire that brings all things together. Eros is the driving force behind creation and the continuation of new life. Nyx, the night, the personification of darkness, the mysterious realm of shadows and unseen things. She is often associated with magic and the unknown. Erebus, the shadowy counterpart to Nyx, representing the darkness of the underworld and the concealed spaces between the worlds. Pontus, the personification of the sea, the vast and turbulent body of water that surrounds the land. These beings, the Protgoenoi, were not just the first. They were the very fabric of existence. They are the source from which everything else springs. Unlike the Olympian gods, who were seen as more human-like, the Protgoenoi were more like concepts, the basic elements of existence. From these foundational beings, all the other gods and creatures that make up the Greek myths descend. Their relationships form the basis of the Greek cosmos. Now, the relationships between the Protgoenoi were complex and often tumultuous. From Gaia alone came Uranus, who then became her partner. Together, Gaia and Uranus produced the Titans, the next generation of powerful beings, who were like the next stage of the universe's development. Uranus was not a good father. and he imprisoned his children in the depths of Gaia's being, in Tartarus, a place of unending darkness. This caused Gaia great pain and frustration. Driven by this anguish, Gaia plotted against Uranus and instigated his overthrow. Gaia would create a sickle made of adamant and convinced her Titan son, Kronos, to use it against his father. With the overthrow of Uranus by Kronos, the sky was separated from the earth, allowing the world as we know it to exist. This violent act marked the end of Uranus's reign and the start of the Titan Age, the rise of the Titans' power. However, the reign of the Protgoenoi did not truly end with the Titans' rise. They continued to exist as fundamental forces of nature. Though they were no longer the active ruler of the cosmos, they remained the foundation upon which the world existed. The actions of the Titans and later the Olympians continued to be shaped by the primordial powers of the Protgoenoi. As we move further into the series, we'll explain how these primal forces and their initial interactions set the stage for everything that followed. The rise of the Titans, the war between the Titans and the Olympian gods, the heroes, the monsters, all of these stories are still connected to the very first beings that emerged from the void. The Protgoenoi are not characters in these stories as much as they are the stage, the setting, and the very foundation upon which the story is played out. Their influence is felt even to this day. Many consumer products get their name from Greek mythology, and their legacy can be seen throughout art, literature, and our very own language. The story of the Protgoenoi is a story of creation, but also a story of conflict, of power, and of the very fabric of existence. They are the foundation of Greek mythology, the beings who emerged from chaos and whose actions and relationships shape the world as we know it. Join us next time as we explore the next stage of the cosmic narrative, the rise of the Titans, and how their actions affected the world. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth exploration of the fascinating world of Greek mythology. And always, thanks for watching. The devotee of myth is in way a philosopher, for myth is made up of things that cause wonder. Aristotle.